Good evening, Sussex! This is incredible. The atmosphere in this room, the coming together of people from across this county, the understanding amongst all of us of just how much trouble our country is in, the dire state we've sunk to, and the understanding of the need for change, for leadership, for courage, for hope, for belief in our country, our people, to fight back against those that have betrayed us and let us down. And we're here tonight because we want to make Britain great again. Now, not everybody on our political circuit these days is doing quite such a good job. I had the misfortune today, and it should be a privilege, shouldn't it? I mean, getting up at Prime Minister's questions should be a privilege. So I got up today to ask a question of our Prime Minister. There's more to come, don't worry, I barely started. I got up today, the Speaker called me to ask a question of the Prime Minister. I said, when you ran for power, you said you would smash the gangs. Remember that? Smash the gangs. That was after Rishi's stopped the boats and Boris's goodness knows what. He was busy with other things, you know. I said, since you became Prime Minister, 70,000 people another 70,000 people have crossed the English Channel, including 1,000 people in the last week alone. Have you read that in the newspapers? Had the BBC covered that for you? Have they held? Nearly all of them young men, undocumented young males, coming in from Afghanistan, coming in from Iran, many of them with attitudes towards women that frankly even we weren't capable of back in medieval times. And some who will wish this country great harm. Some who will pose terrorist threats to our future. And I said to him, as your plan has failed, can you tell me, do you have a plan B? Now, it's called Prime Minister's Questions. But maybe we ought to rebrand it as Prime Minister's Answers and deny and make sure he actually gives some blooming answers. Because once again, he completely ignored me. He started ranting and raving about reform councils across the country and in disgust and against parliamentary convention. And I hope you're not ashamed of me. I got up and I walked out. That's how I feel about this man. We have never in my lifetime had a weaker, more useless Prime Minister, a least patriotic Prime Minister than Keir Starmer, a man who is prepared to take away our rights, our freedoms, our ability to speak freely, who gives away the Chagos Islands. No, he doesn't. He pays to do it. Pays. He's a bloody disgrace. I agree with that. You see, unlike him, I like hecklers in the audience. If anyone wants to give me a hard time, not a problem, hold my jacket, it'll be fine. He's a disgrace, but he also doesn't value and respect democracy. Because last year, here in East and West Sussex, after a 4-year term of Conservative control, and given that you're all council taxpayers, you were due to have your elections, weren't you? Yes. And what happened? They were suspended under the guise of local government reorganisation. But we were assured by none less than Angela Rayner. I mean, she could be our Prime Minister soon, you know. Well, who do you want, Red Ed or Angela Rayner? I mean, it's not much of a choice, is it, really? Because I tell you what, when we succeed on May the 7th, here in Sussex and across the country, Starmer will be gone by the end of May. So, the elections were cancelled and Rayner assured us it's just for 1 year, it'll be okay. And then 2026, May 2026, hove into view. Now 5 years, a year over the 4-year term for which you elected your local councils. And the Labour government said, if you want to cancel the elections again, you can. And guess what? Here in Sussex, the weasels, that's a polite word, I think. I could use another word beginning with that one. Sorry, this is a very serious political meeting. The weasels in East and West Sussex said, please, sir, can we cancel democratic elections again? And the government said yes. And the only reason we are here in this room tonight, the only reason your democratic rights will be exercised on May the 7th, as they should be, and frankly, as those that went before us fought and sacrificed so much for in 2 world wars, for us to live in a free, democratic society where we choose who our leaders are, where we choose whether we can hire them or whether we can fire them. And the only reason these elections across Sussex are going ahead on May the 7th is because I put forward a judicial review to this government. They caved in and we've given you the vote. We are the only party that stands up and fights for our democratic conditions, our rights as people, our ability to speak freely. We're the only party standing up and saying, stop poisoning the minds of our kids at school about the history of our nation. We're the only party saying we are a country based on Judeo-Christian values, and that is who we are and what we are. And we will respect, as we've always done, we'll respect those that come to live here legally, who integrate with us, who respect us, who obey our law, and if they have their own traditions, their own religions, their own different patterns of worship, we respect that because we're a good, tolerant, decent people. But they do so under our laws and they integrate with our way of life. What happened in Trafalgar Square last Monday goes completely against those democratic norms. It is a direct result of uncontrolled mass migration into our country, started by Tony Blair, and then massively accelerated as Zia has beautifully just explained to you under Boris Johnson and the Conservatives. The opening of the doors to 10 million people in the course of 20 years. And some of them, mercifully a small minority, but too many of them, have decided that they will not integrate with our way of life. They wish to impose their way of life upon us. And that is what open public prayer in the historic site of Trafalgar Square last Monday was all about. It was about that religion, that extreme version of Islam, wishing to interpret and put upon us their values, their culture, one in which women are completely excluded, one in which drinking, carousing, dancing, I don't fit in with any of this, do I? They will impose their way of life upon us, and I say never, ever, ever, we will stand up. And frankly, if you don't like the way we live and operate, you can choose not to live here. That is entirely up to you, but we will defend our way of life. Just down the road, little town called Crowborough. Yes. Good Crowborough girl there, I can see. With a flag as well, goodness me. It is monstrous, isn't it? That hundreds of young men who threw their passports and their phones into the English Channel at the 12-mile line so that we could not identify them, are now free to roam the streets of that small East Sussex town. And no one is doing anything about it. And Keir Starmer completely ignored my question about it today in the House of Commons. And as the summer months loom, who's to say that tens of thousands will not come here illegally, be put up in hotels, in houses of multiple occupancy, in old army camps, whatever it is. But what you know is that 95% of them will be allowed to stay and then go straight to the top of the social housing list. It is expensive, it is unfair, it poses a threat to our national security. In too many cases, it poses a threat to women and girls. And you see this, don't you, repeatedly, on the streets of this country. And nobody in the so-called, well, they were called the two main parties, weren't they? They won't be after May the 7th, believe you me. Nobody's got the guts to deal with it. And the judges won't deport anybody because under Article 8 of the European Convention on Human Rights, they say, I've got a cat. My kid likes chicken nuggets. We cannot even begin to deal with the problem of illegal, dangerous immigration in Britain until we do one thing. The Gordian knot we have to cut is very straightforward and very simple, and a reform government will do it in short order. We must leave the European Convention on Human Rights. But we also have to face the fact that we're going bankrupt. The country is going bust. There are no two ways about it, whether it's pubs or shops in your high street to the level of our national debt. We are going bust. And we're deindustrializing at a terrifying pace. Steel production, refining, cement making, chemical making, the list goes on, a list as long as your arm, as millions of jobs are lost in our country because both the Conservatives and Labour have chosen in government to bow down before the god of net zero. Oh yes. Oh yes. We don't produce enough oil or gas. We close down manufacturing. It all moves to India or China. The goods get transported back here. We tell ourselves virtuously we're saving the planet for future generations. All we've done is to export CO2 emissions to the countries that now make goods that we should be making in our country. If we produced our own gas, our own oil, became self-sufficient, became an exporter of energy, we would reindustrialize Britain, have cheaper domestic bills, cheaper industrial bills. And how can it be that Norway, on her side of the North Sea, opened 49 new drilling sites last year, and we opened 0? Who's got it right, Norway or us? I think I know the answer. And yet it was the Conservatives that put massive super taxes on companies that took the risk of North Sea exploration. It is Ed Miliband. That's a very quiet boo, I've got to tell you. They're warming up slowly, it's all right. Give them a drink or something, they'll be fine. Who now refuses to give licenses. A reform government will make us self-sufficient in energy, bring down prices, and reindustrialize the workshops of our nation that powered the empire and made us great for many, many decades. But there are other big economic considerations we must think about. The culture of attacking success. The culture of attacking those that set up business. The culture of those that are successful being assaulted has to end. We must teach our young people there is only one way in life to succeed, that is to get up in the morning and work hard and have ambition. Reform voters, get up in the morning and go to work. It is unfair that they're paying more taxes than ever before, and very often their neighbours don't get up till midday. They choose not to work. And then Deliveroo arrives. Then they smoke dope for the afternoon. No wonder the Green Party are doing so well, you know. He is crackers, that guy, isn't he? My goodness me. Popular in Brighton, but I suspect not much in the rest of Sussex, am I right? We've got to get people back to work. We've got to make work pay. We've got to reduce the number of people, young people especially, going onto disability benefits for conditions such as mild anxiety. I have it every morning when I get up. Especially after a drink the night before, you know. A big reversal of culture is needed. Now, here in Sussex, this county, this much neglected and oft ignored county that has been taken for granted, frankly, by the Conservative Party now for many decades, nay, a couple of centuries. Just think about some of the important essential things in this county. Think of the coastline, this extraordinary long coastline. Think of the ports that it's got. You can think of Rye, think of Hastings, go along, Hastings supporter over there. Eastbourne, New Haven, Shoreham, Brighton, Littlehampton, on to Chichester. There should be Worthing, sorry Worthing. I thought everyone was retired in Worthing, I'm sorry. Oh dear, I'll get slagged off in the press now, won't I? But all these different ports along the Sussex coast, including, of course, the magnificent Sovereign harbour outside Eastbourne, there should be a thriving inshore fishing industry in Sussex. There should be. If ever there was a Brexit betrayal, it was not taking back our 12-mile territorial water, which should be our birthright. It's outrageous. But along with the coast, so much of this county is, of course, rural. It's farming. And what have the Labour government done? They've launched an assault on our rural communities. Now, I'm a country boy, born one, I've lived one for the whole of my life. The reason that we love our countryside as much as we do is from small families up to great ducal estates. Those that have managed the land have done so not as owners, but as custodians of the land, managing it, working it, to hand it on to the next generation in even better condition than they inherited it. And it's why our countryside is so beautiful. Nothing in our European neighbours even comes near its staggering beauty and sense of stability. And this government decided to launch an all-out war on family farms with its inheritance tax proposals. I think hoping that giant American equity companies would buy up the whole lot and destroy everything about your landscapes here in Sussex. Let me tell you, we are 100%, and I mean it in my heart, I would not say anything to you I don't believe in. We mean it in our heart. We are behind these rural communities. We will stand up for farmers. We will stand up for fishermen. We will stand up for our traditional way of life. 2 years ago, 20 months ago to be precise, I was retired. I'd fought for 27 years, what felt at much of it, a singular campaign to separate the United Kingdom from the ghastly European Union. I did it because I believed that the best people to govern Britain were the British people themselves in their own sovereign parliament as a free, independent, proud country. And I fought for that for all those years. And against the odds, you know what? We won. Since that time, successive governments have not grasped the opportunity, have frankly bungled Brexit. Everything from fishing to financial services that could have been made better and more competitive, they have not dealt with. And in my frustration at that, but also in seeing all the values that had built our country and made it what it was, frankly going down the drain, I decided 20 months ago I would re-enter the political fray, come back in as leader of reform. And what has happened since that moment has, in terms of political significance and history, never, ever been equalled or rivaled in any way at all. A new political party that leaps to the front, that is ahead for 200 opinion polls in a row, that is now, and there's a long way to go, but is now odds on to win the next general election. It is a truly remarkable thing. But I am but one person. And I can stand at the front. And I can lead. And I'm not frightened of the attacks or the abuse that I get every day. In fact, I rather enjoy it, actually. But I couldn't do this without lots of people around me. The kinds of people around me that put together presentations. I mean, isn't this incredible? Incredible. And the kinds of people you've seen tonight, David, Zia, and the many, many others that could have been here, Richard, Tice, Suella, Robert Jenrick, you name it. We're building a team. We're building a team. But our real success, and the thing that funded us and got us off the ground, were ordinary folk in Britain who realized something had to be done, which led to, at £25 a go, us building the biggest party membership currently in this country. And people are prepared, not just to give 25 quid, but to stand for us in local council elections, to deliver leaflets for us, to eulogize for us, to spread the message.